Hi, I'm Vince and welcome to my channel, Vince Cooper Games. In this video, we're going to continue with my playthrough of Bloody Lane, which is a solitaire war game, and we're on to turn 2. Before we get going with the playthrough, I just want to remind everybody that this is the optional components box. You can purchase this from Game Crafter in the United States. You've got very high quality counters and a mounted game board down here. The components box does not, however, include the rulebook. This is a very early print of the rulebook. You need to buy the rulebook from Amazon Print, Amazon Kindle, or from Wargame Vault. And if you, everything that you need to play the game is included inside the rulebook. The files can also be downloaded from BoardGameGeek.com. Search for Bloody Lane BGG. So let's crack on with turn 2. I'm going to start splitting the videos up into 2 halves now. So we'll go down to the end of the Union event phase. I'll take a break and come back for the second half. So this is not just a playthrough. I want to do like a detailed tutorial as well. So let's go over to the sequence of play. Okay, turn 2, supply phase. So there's an orders token in supply box 1. So that moves to the right, S2. I can now place a second supply token. I don't need any ammunition and I don't need any reinforcements, so I'm going to place a second orders token in box S1, and that concludes the supply phase. Reset Confederate artillery phase. This already reset. If this was placed, if they had fired in the last turn, I would now remove that artillery reloading token, but nothing to resolve there. So we go on to the Confederate artillery phase. So now I have to make a choice. I can fire against the Union artillery, in which case Tompkins and Tidball will all fire back at me, or I can hold fire, in which case the Union batteries, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, will fire against this orders token in box S2. And I'm going to choose to hold fire. Okay, I don't want to lose the orders token, but the reason why I'm holding fire will become apparent as the game continues. So I'm going to hold fire, so nothing to resolve in the Confederate artillery phase. Next is the Union artillery phase. So as I said, because I chose to hold fire, the Union is now going to direct its fire against the supply line. So if you look down here, there's a dash, a 2, and a 2 to 3. So if the orders token is on the left side box, there's a dash, it can't be targeted. If it's in box S3, the target number will be 2 to 3 on 2d6, but it's in box S2, so we're going to use the central target number of 2. Okay, so I'm going to roll 1, 2, 3 attacks for Tompkins. So of course, reds together, greens together, blues together, and the target number is 2. Oh, the reds came close. So that was a 1 and a 2 for the red, but it's high. If the orders token had been in box S3, the 3 would have destroyed it. So, but it's in S2, so that's a miss. Okay, then Tidball will always make 3 attacks. Okay, as the game continues, Tompkins may be destroyed or may lose some of the artillery counters anyway, but Tidball cannot be attacked. Tidball historically was on the was to the east on the opposite bank of the Antietam Creek. So again, target number is 2, greens together, blues together, reds together. Oh, I just saw 2 1s come up, but it's okay. Okay, so yeah, so you can see there, like if that had been a 2d6 roll, that would have destroyed it, but it's reds together and greens together, so everything misses. So no effect on the orders token there from the Union artillery, and that concludes the Union artillery phase. Next is the Union event phase. So we're on turn 2, so we're going to keep to column A down here, 4d6 4 times, write down the turn number in the turn 1 to 5 column here. So 4d6 to determine the Union event. Okay, and that's a 17. Okay, so column A down here, Union event 17 is a heavy fire event. Let's just write down turn 2 there. So heavy fire, the information is over here. Heavy fire is to select a Confederate target. That's determined down here. Roll 1d6, 1 to 2, reduce the cohesion by 1 of the Confederate target. As Shane has pointed out, however, it's a bit redundant to roll for the target until you've determined a hit. So to save a little bit of time, we're going to roll 1d6 for the hit first. So 1 to 2 is going to be hit, and then we'll determine the target, and of course it's a hit. So let's take a look down here. So roll number 1, 6 Alabama, 2nd North Carolina, 14th North Carolina, 4th North Carolina, 30th North Carolina. 6 is a re-roll. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is a re-roll. And we get a 6. That's a re-roll. 2. So the target is going to be here, 2nd North Carolina. So the current cohesion is 5. Its cohesion is at its maximum value. So we're going to put a cohesion token here to indicate that it's been reduced to 4. Okay, so that's going to impair its combat ability. And that concludes the first union event. Going to go 46 again. 16. 16 has already been resolved, so we go to the next higher number is 17. Just resolved that. Next higher number is 18, so a skirmisher event. And this is turn 2. Okay, so the skirmisher is roll 1d6. 1 is going to reduce the officer value by 1. Officers dictate how many inspire actions you can take during the Confederate action phase. Not relevant at the moment, but it will become important in the final turns, and we get a 3, so no effect. Okay, that's union event number 2. Union event number 4, that's a 9. So again, column A, 9 is another heavy fire event. Let's write down 2 there. So again, roll 1 to 2 is a hit, and then determine the Confederate target. And it's another 2, would you believe it? Okay, so determine the target. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is a reroll. And things are going badly in turn 2. So 2nd North Carolina is now reduced to 3. So flip the little token. And that is the 3rd union event resolved of the turn. Last one, number 4. That's an 18. So 18 was the skirmisher event, which we just resolved. We go to the next highest number, 19. Column A is a light fire event. Okay, light fire is 1d6. 1 is a hit, and then determine the Confederate target. 6 is a miss, so the light fire event had no effect. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 union events resolved in turn 2. So I'm going to take a little break and we'll come back in a second.